But we talk about the NGOs and how ruthless they are with me.
Yeah. So how is that?
Well, all right. Well, they tried to firebomb my car last month.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain that story.
I have a nice car. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm there all kind of hours by myself, by the way.
Yeah.
I have no one watching my six. It's very dark over there at night. And there's a woman NGO that works there. I know her face. I don't know her name. She's always giving me attitude and yelling at me. The first time she threw a bottle of soda in my car, and I know it was her when when they got out of shift, when they changed shifts. This evening, she saw me and started giving me lip again. So what happened was she texted her boyfriend who was waiting for her at the parking lot where I have my car and where he waits for her, and she probably texted him, "Yo, that's the black Cadillac. Go do some damage to him." And he parked really close to my car, and I didn't put one and one together at the time. It was a red pickup truck. And next thing you know, I go to my car when I finish my footage, and there's gasoline poured all over it, and he's on the other side of the parking lot smiling and laughing and drives away. So I don't have any footage of him doing it, but I know it was them. And they were maybe ready to blow it up. I don't know, but you don't pour gasoline on a man's Cadillac.
No, you definitely do not do that. But why would they be so threatened by you?
They're just very angry when I point the camera at them. They must be doing something wrong. And there's multiple NGOs like that. I ask them questions like, how many children have you guys lost in this center? Because there's hundreds of thousands of children that have been missing by HHS numbers, Office of Refugee Resettlement. They can't track them.
And they can't. Are they unable to track them because they couldn't process them when they crossed, or are they unable to track them after they've been processed?
After they've been processed, they can't track them.
And you can map out that they've been processed through these areas.
Yeah, well, every area. I mean, there's 350 camps, I call them, that house children in this country. Most of them are in Texas. 250,000 of them, 250 of them are in Texas.
Okay.
That house children.
They house children. And
illegal children.
Yeah, and so you can gather data as to how many of these children have been have gone missing, and by figuring out the missing children, you could kind of gather where they passed through.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very reasonable to ask the organizations that shelter these children what happened to them, because maybe the children were there and they passed through that organization, right? Like maybe the children were fine in that organization, and then you could say, okay, well, they were there with us. You should check the next organization. Here's a document.
Once they hand them off to their family or sponsors, the government is hands off. They don't have any more responsibility. They hand it off to the state wherever the kid went.
But how do you even know who the sponsor is? The sponsor could be some sex trafficker.
So the numbers is over 90% of these sponsors / family members that get these children, unaccompanied children from the border, are illegal aliens. Over 90%
of the sponsors
are illegals. So illegals are sponsoring other illegals.
How is that allowed?
It's harder to get a dog in America with the ASPCA today than it is a child from the government.